I used to think that all my past relationships were a waste of time, but no. I actually have learned a lot. And all of them lead me to having the perfect relationship nowadays because I have become an expert in detecting red flags. That has allowed me to be even more selective and avoid more bad and unnecessary experiences. I want to warn you of this sign so I can prevent you to having bad quality relationship experiences too. If I can get something good out of all of this toxic shit besides of my own learning process, is to help others. I always help all my friends with this topic and basically the relationship coach for free. So why not helping more people like you? Because you can always learn something new from people's mistakes and bad experiences and fails. Okay, so first thing I learned, an actual good quality relationship is built on bad times, not the good ones. If the quality of a relationship is based on how much joy and happiness and love you feel with your partner in good times, then all relationships will be considered quality ones. You should pay attention to is how you both handle conflicts, bad moments, and uncomfortable situations. Is he willing to face uncomfortable situations and conversations with you in order to resolve that conflict? Or does he always prefer to run away and avoid that conflict or postpone it? Whenever you have differences and clash over something, how does he react? If every time you have to argue with him about something, you end up having a headache or more anxiety or even more anger, then that's clearly a red flag. Do you see yourself going through that situation all your life every single time you have to argue with him about something? Because you will end up looking for therapy. I don't care how much you love each other when you both are okay, because that's the easiest thing in the world and everyone can do that. What I want to know is how you deal with conflicts and bad times together. And yes, healthy and calm discussions do exist. They exist when two people love each other enough to respect each other and leave pride behind in that moment. Because for you, it's more important to find a solution rather than just to fight. So then you focus on understanding each other and solve the problem. You have to always work as a team and not be against each other. That's not the point of any relationship. Your very first argument will be so important. Look at how your partner deals with the problem and react. If he is willing to have uncomfortable conversations with you instead of just running away like an immature child, he listens to you, speaks calmly, respects you all the time, and focuses on the solution rather than on the problem itself, then that's a good sign. You want to have a person like that by your side all your life. You don't want to end up seeking for therapy next year. There is no consistency on both sides. That relationship has an expiration date. I know this point may sound pretty obvious, and it is, but we have to be aware that humans lack consistency a lot more than we think. In pretty much any areas of our lives, and especially in the feelings and emotions and relationship area. Consistency is everything in any area of our lives if you want to maintain something for a long period of time. Even if you tomorrow achieve the life of your dreams, you can lose it next month if you don't know how to maintain that. Same with your partner. If you're already dating that person, it doesn't mean that he will be yours forever and he will love you forever no matter what. What do you think will happen if you buy a random beautiful flower just because you liked it, and then you just take care of it and water it for the first 3 months because you ended up getting bored of it and forgetting about it? Of course, the flower dies, right? So same with your relationship. The relationship will die and your partner feelings will die as well. But this doesn't have to be forced, because when you really love someone, you just want to take care of that person every single day of your life. It just feels good. When you give him something, it's not because of the gift itself or whatever. It's because it just genuinely makes you happy to see him happy. It doesn't have to be a special day like Valentine's or Christmas or whatever to want to make your partner happy, because you genuinely just want to see your partner happy every single day if possible. Buy them flowers, surprise them, buy them something that they will really enjoy and like. It's just having romantic detail. If all of this doesn't come naturally to the other person, let me doubt that they really love you. Of course, he may be more or less romantic, but every single person has their own love language after all, so they will end up expressing their self in their own way. So no freaking excuses to not make you any single surprise or detail in their own way. Notice if he loses details over time and becomes more and more disinterested. Let's say your first year dating, you both always celebrated Valentine's Day, special dates. You do something special on your special dating day every single month. When you celebrated your first anniversary, he always was inviting you to eat and giving you gifts and making you surprises, just romantic details. But the second year he starts to forget about special dates and just doesn't pay that much attention to them. He gives you less gifts and you barely go on dates. The third year he doesn't want to celebrate Valentine's Day because he thinks it's just a commercial day. And of course he doesn't care that much anymore about celebrating the anniversary. And you may think, oh well, but that's normal because everyone has more details with their loved ones at the beginning of the relationship and over time are lost. Let me tell that I know couples who have been married for more than 30 or 40 years and they have more details, romantic dates, and surprises than you on your first year of relationship. There are people that even in 10, 20, or 30 years don't lose details and interest in their partners. They even want to do more with time for them, not less. There are people who have those kind of relationships, and of course, you deserve no less. You attract your deepest insecurities in your partner. And listen, this was probably the hardest lesson that I had to learn. If you don't respect and love yourself first, your partner won't do it for you as well. That's obvious, right? How can someone love you and respect you if you don't even do it for yourself? If you think your partner doesn't have respect and love for you, look at yourself first and ask you sincerely if you do it for yourself first. Don't blame your partner because you're not ready for a relationship. Because the treatment that others give you is nothing more than a reflection of what's inside you. What you hate about other person is nothing more than a reflection of your own insecurities. If as soon as you enter that new relationship, you think that your boyfriend is going to cheat on you, he will. For sure. Because you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are and what you think you are. And most importantly, what you think you deserve. So if your biggest insecurity is that you don't want your boyfriend to cheat on you, you will attract exactly that kind of relationship into your life over and over again until you don't work in yourself and you don't heal that insecurity. Because again, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are, and you are your insecurities. The very first relationship cheated on me after being my best friend for more than 2 years. So we were friends at first, right? I didn't expect him to basically betray me from behind like that, especially because we were friends at first, right? We were partners, he was basically one of my best friends back then. Not just because he was my boyfriend, but because of the friendship that we had before that, and I thought it was special for him too. So I just didn't expect him to betray me like that. The way that everything happened and the way that I had to discover everything coming from a person that I trusted so much, it creates me trauma and insecurities for so many years after that relationship. After that relationship, the pattern repeated itself so many times, and I just used to thought that, it's just bad luck, or my exes were the problem, my exes are the evil ones, but they were not. I was the problem. My insecurities were the problem. Until I stopped a moment to heal my traumas and my insecurities, I always attracted over and over again the same kind of shitty persons and relationships in my life that ended badly, consequently, of course. So do you want quality relationships in your life? Work your insecurities first. You are not there to help them to heal their past relationships. Respect yourself. If your partner is not over his ex already, just get out of there. It's okay if he sometimes just sometimes mention his ex because you have already enough confidence to talk about it. He's just joking about it or because you just asked him. But if he's always mentioning his ex without context, like, oh, my ex used to love that song, oh, my ex will say that, well, my ex will wear that, my ex this, my ex that, my ex whatever. Basically, he's confirming you right in your face that he's still not over his ex and he's not ready for a relationship. Most of the times it's like that, okay? I will suggest you to have a deep conversation with him about that. He ever tells you that, oh, but you have to help me get over my ex. This is also so hard for me, but I'm telling you this because I trust you and I love you and I really want to be with you. Otherwise, that means that you are not supporting me and blah, blah, blah. Get out. You may think that that's a very awkward and absurd situation, but actually that happened to me and to some of other female friends of mine. It may seem at first like a test of trust maybe, but he's just trying to manipulate you and disrespecting you. It's your job to get over your ex, not mine. Otherwise, don't fucking date me if you are not ready for a new relationship because you are disrespecting me and wasting my time. And I'm not going to let you use me to get over your ex. You are not their free therapist. It's perfectly fine to support each other whenever your partner needs you. That's what our relationship is supposed to be about. You have to be really aware of constantly negative, pessimistic, and low energy people because you have to protect your own energy and mood. I want a partner to make me feel better, to support each other, to help me grow, not to pull me down with him. Of course, everyone has their moments of depression and pessimism, but there are many people who live basically in that state and they don't want to get out of there no matter how much you try to help them. If that person really wants to go down, never go down with anyone. I was dating a very, very nice guy. I liked him so much, but he was very, very emotionally dependent on me. He was always missing me and wanting my attention, most of the times, like I will say, in a very depressive mood. That ended up suffocating me and made me feel depressed as well because, you see, bad and low energy is very, very contagious. It's like a virus. I have my own goals, my own shit to do. Of course, I have my own depressive days and bad moods and pessimistic days as well. But I will always try to stay positive most of the time. I can't use all my energy to help you heal all your traumas and all your insecurities every single day of my life because that's your job. I already did mine. I have worked a lot on myself to not ruin my future relationship. Just motivate and support each other and stay positive. Like, what's the point of being both depressed? Stop looking for your other half to complement you because you both have to be an independent and complete unit. And I know the idea of, oh, we are like two separate broken hearts and when we get together we create that complete and beautiful heart together. How beautiful, how cute, and blah blah blah. I used to think that that was cute, but actually it's not that cute. Complete person means that you have traumas to heal, insecurities, a lot of new experiences to learn from, and low emotional intelligence. That light just ran out of battery, so I have the new one. Which is totally fine because we all have to grow and we all are incomplete at first. That's why it's so hard most of the times to find a long-lasting relationship when you are a teenager. We all are incomplete persons as teenagers because we are learning every single day from our new experiences and developing our own values and character. It can happen, of course, that two immature and incomplete people meet as teenagers and start dating, but they just grow together and complement each other very, very well over time. That's why I admire so much people who dated as teenagers and they still have a beautiful and healthy relationship together nowadays. Usually when two incomplete people start dating, along the way, as each one completes themselves, they just figure out that they are not compatible anymore. Things are very, very different when you are more mature and complete. You have enough, or at least you are supposed to have enough emotional intelligence, and you know what you want in life. Before dating, or at least when you start dating, you can discuss with your partner things like, this is what I want in life, these are my future plans, I know that this is what I want, this is my love language, these are my core values, this is what I'm looking for in a relationship, these are my standards, etc., etc. I think I literally never had that kind of deep conversations with my exes, especially as a teen. Maybe because none of us have taken the relationship truly seriously either. Always seek emotional intelligence above all when choosing a partner. As I said before in my last point, one of the things that will support the most your relationship is emotional intelligence. He can be very, very intelligent academically, he can be a 10 academically, but if he lacks emotional intelligence, that relationship probably will end up being unhealthy and toxic over time. And I had to learn that difference the hard way, because I had always been seeking academic intelligence rather than emotional intelligence. I always thought that a person who is intelligent in studies will be also intelligent in life and with his relationships, but that's the biggest mistake that you can ever make. They were at 10 at studies, but yet they were at 2 emotionally. Our relationship ended up being unhealthy anyways. Of course, you can definitely find someone who's bad. Don't limit your beliefs. Actual boyfriend is bad. He's a 10 academically and he's a 10 emotionally, even more than me. Emotional intelligence will make a huge difference in your relationship, and I didn't know that until I met my boyfriend. Because yes, all kind of relationships on this world have their own clashes and arguments and discussions, but what makes the difference between an healthy and an unhealthy relationship is how you deal with it, as I said in the beginning. And what makes a person emotionally intelligent? He always lets you know how he's feeling. He doesn't brush problems under the rug, so he doesn't avoid conflict at all costs. He cares way more about resolving that argument instead of just winning it. He takes full responsibility for his feelings, words, and actions. He empathizes with you and makes you feel understood. He has realistic expectations for you and your relationship. He knows what he wants, he is determined, and has consistency. You don't have to, always keep an eye on him or ask him for anything, because he will never lead you to create any kind of insecurities in you, among many other things. When all I had was toxic relationship, I thought there's no way a guy like that could ever exist in real life, just in K-dramas or manga shoujos, but it does. So don't ever settle for less if that's what you truly want. I hope this video gave you some kind of advice and value, and you learned something new today. If you enjoyed this video and if you got any kind of value out of it, just remember to leave a comment down below, because I really, really love to read you guys. And of course, remember to subscribe, because I'm posting weekly so that you can never miss any of my videos. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Bye bye. Oh, finally. I'm so hungry. Voice is broken at this point because, as you can see, I can talk like that, like, yo, I've been smoking 10 cigarettes per day, yo. Or I can even talk like this. YouTuber skills, I guess.